stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of
All
a
right.
fallen tree that
So,
bars the way ahead.
what happened was I thought
You will go
I was
no
going to end up
further
cooking,
tonight.
and apparently my girlfriend has been kind enough to take the responsibility from me so that I can continue to stream. And since this happened to come on a little bit late, I'm going to replay this.
5 wagons grope blindly for the path on a starless night.
And then
Their
from
master
there,
glancing
we will
ever upward
start
to the skies for assurance that he is
our
on the
journey.
right course. A dim lantern his only protection against the encroaching darkness. But the skies bring no comfort, shining no light, betraying no hint of what they know. The caravan carries travelers bound for the frontier hamlet of Gilded Vale, you among them, where a local lord has offered land and wealth to settlers from abroad looking for a fresh start. You have taken suddenly ill, sweating and shivering, and one of the other travelers signals for the caravan master to stop on your behalf. He pulls up just in time to avoid plowing into the trunk of a fallen tree that bars the way ahead. You will go no further tonight.
We'll see about that. And so, I will make a meal. I mean, dexterity and perception is just such a hard combination to beat. It just really is. A bonus to all defenses. That's pretty fire. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with this. Ciphers can directly target allies and enemies with powerful soul-focused effects. These powers cost focus, but what the fuck is it? What is it? That doesn't tell me anything. I'm not gonna do that. No. No. I think I'm gonna go with Barbarian on this. I mean Paladin. Wow. That's a good one. Nope. Lay on hands it is. Healing is so damn important. Well, now apparently resolve is... That seems pretty good to me. Fuck, man, you guys are making this really, really difficult. Scrolls, bah. There's a variety of long-term bonuses each time they camp. Oh, there's two to choose from. Okay. Well, I like the look of that a lot better.
Hey there.
Now I am the leader of the group. Stand together!
The better part of valor.
I don't know, I just fucking made it up. It sounds good to me. Caravan master finishes dressing the group, his bushy red mustache, sagging jowls, curved for emphasis.
Everybody stays close to the wagons, got it? Stay out of the woods, and beasts take you if you were planning a stroll through those ruins up there.
He nods towards a looming black mass on the hillside.
Whole area's crawling with hut-dwelling types who'd be happy to stick an axe in you for trespassing. So mind that you don't track mud on their sacred blazing rocks. Tonight, everybody stays put, and in the morning we'll get the path cleared. Gilded Vale's less than a day out. Understood?
At last the caravan master turns to you, frowning as he looks you over.
Touch of the rumbling rot, could be. There's a stinging beetle round here, carries it. You'll be fine once it passes your innards. Unless you don't drink water, of course. In which case you'll be dead in a day. There's a berry grows in these parts, small and pink, called a springberry, about the size of a fingernail. Give you cramps if you eat it, but the frontiersmen make a tea from it. Calms the insides. Should get you through the night. You might check around, see if you can find some. Meanwhile, I'll see if we can scare you up some water.
That would be nice, thank you.
I know you want to hunt before it gets much darker, but see about refilling our water first. Got a sick one here.
Dema looks over his shoulder at his assistant, a lanky, intense man named Sparfle, who carries an old, sun-bleached bow. Sparfle nods and slides the worn bow over his shoulder. Now where would I find these berries?
They grow on a bush that's common round here, kind of funny looking. You'll know it when you see it. Doubt you'd have to go far off the road to find one.
What are those
Nothing
ruins?
you won't see on half the hills of Air Glonfoth. Money to be made selling their knickknacks in Defiance Bay, if you don't mind getting stuck with Glonfoth and arrows now and again. They didn't build them, but I'll be the effigy if they don't watch them like a mother bear. Of course, all the ones around here have been ransacked 10 times over. Got nothing left worth half a pond, so I hear.
Who did build the ruins?
Got different names for them. Settlers called them Ingwithans. Nobody that liked them enough to stop them becoming ruins, tell you that much.
Fair, fair. Is it dangerous
Not
out
if you
here?
hurry about your business, and not if the weather holds up.
There's concern in his tone, but he does not elaborate.
This time of year, rain mostly, and wind. But there's a different kind of wind out here time to time. Locals call it a Beowick, born out of the ether, the spirit's path. Never seen it myself, never care to.
Well, what are these huge rocks coming up
They
out
don't
of the
got
ground?
Adra where you come from? Well, it just grows up out of the ground like this. Goes deep like tree roots. Some of it all the way to the heart of the world, you believe the stories.
I don't.
It's more like a shell than a proper rock. Easier to work if you're a mason. Got all kinds of strange properties. Seems to have some kind of life of its own. Dies if it gets dug up. Loses its luster. Folks think it probably grew at one point or another, but not these days. The soul butchers in Defiance Bay use it for different things. I've heard tell it can hold a man's soul, but I don't care to see it. Got enough to worry about without seeing something like that.
I suppose.
Hold on. Take someone with you. I know you're not some helpless tenderfoot, not like most of this lot. But you drop dead, I don't want to be looking for the body. Got a schedule to keep.
He scans over the travelers, resting his eyes at length on a sturdy, armor-clad woman who had spent the journey's night sleeping on uneven ground without blankets or a pillow.
Kalisha. Kalisha!
The woman looks up on her own time.
He needs to find some springberries. Watch that he doesn't drop dead.
No promises.
What kind of guide says something like that?
Kind you can afford.
That's a fair statement and assessment.
Don't listen to her. You're in good hands. And I pay too well, if anything.
Odema chuckles and shakes his head. He looks at you. Then he casts a sidelong glance at her.
Off with you. Hayden should have supplies. See that you're equipped before you head out. We're in harsh country. Get your berries and hurry back. And if you get so much as a tickle of wind, you drop everything and you run. Something in the air tonight. If it's a Bewick, we'll shelter in the ruins. Hut dwellers be damned.
Odema's small grin recedes beneath his mustache, and he is stern once more. Good.
You heard the man. Let's get going before you keel over.
The better part of valor.
Caravan life doesn't agree with you, does it? You look as raw as that merchant, Hayden.
I'll handle this.
You most certainly will not.
Go on then, before it gets too dark.
Sorry, I'm on my way. Best not to wander alone, especially not so near the ruins.
Anyone need supplies? I've got sundries for sale.
Sparthel.
I'll have your water soon enough. Stream's not going anywhere.
I guess you can be a fucking dick about it, that's fine.
Stay quiet.
The path
We shouldn't
winds
stray
through a
too
narrow
far.
canyon back the way you came. Grooves in the road mark the passage of hundreds of caravans.
Let's check by those outcroppings.
Let's back on up, actually. Let's go this way, shall we? The fallen tree doesn't budge.
Not
Sap
looking
oozes
forward
from
to
the
trying to
jagged
lift
wound
that
in
thing
its
tomorrow.
trunk. Alright, let's go kill that wolf. That was super easy.
This is it.
Well, it's good to know that that's the berry. I'm not grabbing it just yet. I'm gonna search around, see what else there is. Travelers, maybe. Or looters. Or bandits. Bad sign, anyway. The corpse is cold to the touch, when a ripe smell wafts from it in putrid waves. A dark, crusted bloodstain besmirches its simple linen clothing.
The better part of valor.
Well, that was fast.
This is recent. Not good.
That's supposed to last us tonight?
Unless you plan on like going out to get more. I don't know how that works, but okay.
Huh?
So I don't know how that works, but okay.
Don't know how what works.
You don't get to get high before bed. And chill before bed.
Well, I thought that's all that was left. I didn't know that was happening.
Wow. I don't know what the fuck al dente means.
Huh? A little bit of a bite to it instead of soft.
You said you overcooked it?
Yep.
It was undercooked, though.
That's what al dente is. I said 9 to 11 minutes and I did it for 15.
What a surprise. Sparfle went hunting. At least he left the water.
You crouch at the riverbank and dip your water skin into the cool water while Calliska waits nearby, keeping watch. As you rise, you notice her look up sharply towards the tree line. You gain an item quest. Full water skin added to the stash. Ooh-wee. Out of the trees emerges Sparkle, one of the guides, barely discernible in the dim moonlight. He no longer carries his bow, and there's a strangeness to his gait. His stride is wobbly as he moves towards you with labored breath.
Sparfle? Are you alright?
Sparkle's toe catches on the rock. He collapses forward in a heap, the feathered shaft of an arrow planted between his shoulders like an enemy flag.
Ambush!
Attack! Yeah!
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
They should have just ran away. They should have just ran away. It's okay. Ha 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 ha. Dummies. Ooh.
Come on, we have to get back to camp.
I got nothing. All around you lie the massacred remains of the other travelers, peppered with arrows and knife hilts, splayed and bug-eyed and filthy. Kaliska puts the back of her left hand to her mouth as if to ward away some poisonous vapor. A handful of dark figures stands above the fallen, treading on limbs and backs and heads, jerking their axes from bodies as if from half-split logs. One of them, towering and severe with a thick beard tasseled with knots, holds a wet blade at the neck of the man you recognize as Heodan, the last of your caravan left standing. Lay down your arms, trespasser. Do not forfeit this man's life for a fight you will lose. The ruin has not been sullied by our hands, men of Aer Glanfeth. Glanfathan leader, your words carry no weight when I have seen the truth with my own eyes. Blood must be paid for this intrusion. So I say again, lay down your arms. Don't trust them. They mean to kill us all. Your surprising speed catches the man off guard. He hurls Heodan out of the way in hopes of buying himself time to defend your charge. Yeah, my boy's getting fucked up. You thought you were gonna get something on us. Boom! Oof. Your enemy lies supine on the ground, unable to rise. His companion is now silent among the other dead. His breath comes in wheezing, fitful gasps. He looks at you, not at you, but at the sky above you. Forgive us. Barely audible beneath his choked sighs, a whisper of wind stirs the air. At this, the man's eyes roll back as he closes them. Good, good. The gods are just. A queer smile crosses his face. I am ready. The wind begins to swell, whipping around the camp, electric and volatile, upending pots and rattling tents like an angry spirit. You can feel it begin to seep beneath your skin, and where it pierces you, it feels as though it's rending you apart from within. Seated against a wagon wheel amidst the howling maelstrom, slashed across chest and bow, Udima's body stirs, and with great effort he raises his sagging head, his eyes barely open. He looks directly at you.
Get inside! Run!
And so... Straining against a gale that threatens to pull you off your feet with every step, you set your hands on the worn folds of weathered rock and set about pulling yourself up the precipice. With a last burst of energy before your arms give out, you swing yourself up onto the ledge. Aiden trails behind, slowed by injury and delayed by early hesitation. As he nears the face of the rocks, one of the fallen attackers who had been feigning death lunges for Hayden and topples him onto the rocky ground. Restrained, Hayden lashes out against his fatigued assailant but struggles to break his hold. They are close to you. Despite the wind from your position, if you were to throw your weapon at your attacker, you would have a good chance of hitting your mark. Your aim is true, and the hit jars Hayden loose. Lurching to his feet, Hayden clambers up the base of the rocks. As he nears the top, however, the wind flares, pulling him sideways and tearing one of his hands free. But diving out onto the hard rock, you manage to catch hold of it. Securing his other hand, you pull with waning strength, and it feels as though your arms will be jerked from their sockets. They hold just long enough for Hayden to set his feet and join you on the trembling ledge. There's a deep resonance in the swelling wind now. You feel it in the rocks beneath your feet, inside the cavity of your own chest, as though it would shake the marrow from your bones. Each new gust menaces the old stones before you, loosening connections, unsettling balances. As you dart beneath the archway, the entire portal begins to fall beneath its own weight. Hola! What's up, brother? Yeah, so it turned out my girl decided to cook for me.
Was that?
So I got to come back.
Had to be.
She's an angel.
And we're lucky to be alive.
And we're the only ones.
Technicality.
We can't stay here.
Technicality.
There could be another collapse. We're not
And he's
getting out
very
that
well
way
on his
anyway.
way to finding a way to not need that. But with that serum, tell me he wouldn't wreck him. He'd wreck him. Wreck him. The lower level of the ruins has been blocked off by fallen rubble. I guess it's a weakness.
That should be far enough. But what now?
We look for another way out. Storm has to die sometime.
What happened out there? Kaliska shakes her head. Windstorm, of a kind that they only get in the air Glanfath. Not too many people live through them, so it's hard to know what's true. The Glanfathan word is Beowik. To them, it's the gods' way of reaping the souls of the land that couldn't find their own way out. But they'll take a living soul as soon as a dead one. Still got yours? As long as they're given to him, but they still have to be fucking dropped off by, Umbrella. It's not like he needs them, though. I mean, he could still go hand to hand. No, he could just find a rocket launcher in a box that sleek. There's no way. Nope. If that was true, I would have found one by now. Who attacked us? I'm in America. Glanfanthans. Those be the hut dwellers Odima warned you about, looking to be fangs of Galawain, who are the twitchiest of the lot. They go ruin to ruin looking for fights with colonists. Poor Odima, I think he half expected this, once we lost the main road. In some dude's basement. To be fair, I have gotten to hold a World War II bazooka, so... I'm fairly certain it wasn't usable, but I couldn't speak on whether it was or not. It's not like I had a bazooka round to put in it and try. It's just an empty bazooka. It looked cool though. Surprisingly light. The Glanfanthanes said we trespassed in the ruins. I don't believe that. Odima would never allow it. But as much as the Fangs are hotheads, Glanfanthanes don't attack without being provoked. Either they saw something and got the wrong idea, or she glances down at the passage beyond, or there's looters in here with us. That's not something we need right now. Who's Demo? Or Demo? Oh, the Demogorgon? Fuck. I think that probably depends on whether the where's the fight happen. I think where the fight happens would be the biggest factor in that, because if then the Demogorgon all day. Not even a chance. Not even a fucking chance. But if it was the real world, I mean, who knows? What about everyone else in our caravan? Calica's lips pressed together and her chin rumples. Her voice is faint. The wheels got hold of them now. She looks up. Gods grant them better luck than their next lives. Freddy loses no matter where it is. I mean, he's definitely stronger in dreams, but I think that Wesker's not going to be afraid in his dream, and that's what Freddy feeds on, so... No, I think Wesker takes that too. You don't seem too upset about all this. Calliska looks you in the eye, a volatile current running beneath her voice. Maybe you just don't know me enough to know what upset looks like. And maybe I've seen worse too. Seen worse and kept on walking, because there's nothing else to be done, and because there's other people you care about who still need you. Wesker destroys Michael Myers. Destroys him. Because even if he can't kill Michael Myers, there's nothing Michael Myers or Jason, they're basically the same fucking person, can do to him. There's nothing they can do to him. If the man can take bullets to the face and keep moving, or bazooka rounds to the face and keep moving, there's definitely nothing a fucking machete's gonna do. Nothing. A trembling, sickly creature emerges from the dark, clutching a spear. Knobby elbows and thin ribs show through its scaly flesh, but you recognize it as a Zarip. It watches you cautiously, breathing in ragged sighs. Onryo, who's that? I mean, Onryo doesn't really fight, so I don't know. Probably Wesker. The Zarip recoils, fingers still wrapped tightly around its spear. The creature cocks its head and approaches you, a soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She's, like, not really a physical being, so, like, I don't know how you could beat her. You could... I mean, I'm sure he could find a way to, disperse her. Since she's a spirit, I mean, you could probably figure out the cantations and whatnot. The creature sniffs around you and finds nothing of interest. It steps back and resumes its defensive posture. I don't know who that is. The creature cocks its head and approaches you. Soft clicking sound emanating from the back of its throat. Sits around you, steps back, resumes its defensive position. The pig was a chick? And yeah, Wesker wins. I didn't remember that. I don't remember that at all. What? That big giant, like, 6'4" pig that was running around with a fucking... That was a chick?
Someone else has been here. We should move.
See if they left anything useful behind.
Those are two totally different reactions right there. Oh my god, someone's been here. Let's go. Oh, someone's been here. Let's check it out. Damn, man. I definitely feel some type of way about that. If that happened to me. Inventory. Oh, a Japanese demon? A very good question. You know, you're dealing with demons, and I feel like demons is a whole nother class. Like that's probably above Wesker. Yeah, I'd say an Oni's probably above Wesker. Plus, you got like thousands of years of martial arts on your side. I think an Oni would probably win that. And they're always giant as fuck, too, like, for no reason. Giant miniature space piglet. What about that makes sense? I just got a giant miniature space piglet as a pet, and I'm going to equip it.
I don't understand what that
Me neither. Think the wood win? Well, okay. I could figure out a way wood would win if he got a splinter. Fuck out of here, no way. See, that's why I don't like certain things in certain games, because I'm like, okay, you either make them way too OP or you just make them like ridiculously weak. Like Mortal Kombat, when they added Rambo into Mortal Kombat, like, bro, Rambo is not hanging with one motherfucking person in Mortal Kombat. I don't give a flying fuck. He is a bad dude. He's a monster as far as humans go. But he is not taken on Scorpion, bro. You're not convincing me. You think he's taking Lizard on? Fuck that, bro. RoboCop was more understandable. Because RoboCop is actually super OP if you know his shit. I don't know all his shit, but I've seen him go up against some other things and people have mentioned some of his feats and he's like unstoppable. It's ridiculous. But that's another thing, is it's like he's like unstoppable and then you throw him in this game and now he's getting his ass kicked by almost human people. Oh, Johnny Cage came out and kicked RoboCop's ass? Get the fuck out of here. Getting me started, man. You're getting me started. I love versus shit. John Cena versus who? I know you're not asking Wesker, because that's obvious. Yeah. It gets torn in half with like Wesker's little finger. That's never stopped Wesker. That's never stopped Wesker. All he's got to do is swing his arms. Even if he could suplex him, it's not going to do any damage. By default, he can't kill Wesker, so he loses. Because the other thing, too, is to suplex somebody, you have to wrap your arms around them, and he's going to feel your arms wrap around him, and all he has to do from there is tear him the fuck off. Case in point.
You clearly see that I have burned it multiple times.
You gotta do it with something else.
You gotta do it with something else.
Yeah, use a torch. Throw it. Why isn't it doing anything? Well, that's fucking weird. No, you don't. Trust me, my guy. I do Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu with my eyes closed, and you don't need to see somebody to fuck them up. Don't need to do it. That's the beauty of it. That's why I know what I'm talking about. No, you don't. You put your hands on somebody, I know where your body is. I know how your body's positioned. I know where to go from there. It's by no means invincible. I'm not talking about jiu-jitsu. I'm just talking about the general. You can feel somebody, you know where they are. You don't need to see somebody to kill them.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Bubba, man, you're throwing names out, and I'm just like, huh? Huh? Leatherface, dude. Any of those guys died. Any of those villains that were based off of actual people get fucking slaughtered like it's nobody's business. Wesker might even let him hit him with the chainsaw a couple times before he fucks him up. He's got a healing factor. Scold Welfwilder. Getting fucked up right now. You are just wilding out here. Talking all sorts of craziness.
That
Take
looks
a look
weak.
at the wall.
Could be a shortcut.
Think we could get through?
No fucking way in hell. I'll say if you put him in Mortal Kombat, though, I guess it's a possibility. A crack runs along this wall from floor to ceiling. A light gust of air passes through it. The anger will fuel his rage! If only that's all it took to win fights. Oh man, I would have been a beast as a kid. I would have definitely hit Super Saiyan 3. What's TCM? You set to work. The crack lengthens and widens with your efforts, but the process is more taxing than you expected. Sweat beads from your forehead and your muscles begin to ache. Continue chiseling at the wall. Yeah, I've seen the Chainsaw Massacre. I know he gets mad when Mama gets mad. Mama's always right. I get it. They don't mean a damn thing. Oh, he's got the chainsaw. Look, my man is deformed. If he was born in Spartan times, they would have thrown him off a cliff before he ever became the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guy. Okay? Like, he's weak. It ain't working. After several long moments, you begin to see light on the other side, and with one final tap, several blocks of stone shift, then tumble loose, clearing a gap just wide enough to pass through. Okay, but how many of those people were anything but human? Did he kill a Saiyan? Did he kill a demon? Did he kill a ghost detective? Did he kill somebody that ate the devil fruit? Like, he didn't kill anybody worth talking about. Not in a fight situation. Of 02.
I could scout ahead, see what's around the corner.
We don't need you to scout ahead, bro. We just need you to fight when it happens. They're quick, easy, and weak, so don't worry about it.
Fresh air in here. I think
There's
we
a
found an
draft
exit.
coming through that wall.
Sounds like the storm
Don't
passed
hear
too.
any sign of that storm either.
Oh, and we totally bypassed that entire trap, which was pretty nice. Although... okay. I'm not doing that. Nope. Nope. Can't do it. It's not working this time. Because I read it the way I was supposed to read it this time. I'm sure you'll find one to get me with at some point. I'm almost 100% positive of it. I just realized everybody is getting, like, hurt here. Fuck. I think. I'm not gobbling anything. Cut it out. I'm ahead of you. You can't do it. Paladin, fighter, rogue. Okay. Oh, we're all benevolent and passionate. How beautiful. Maybe he learned his lesson. I don't know. I already know what it was. Phil McCracken, I know. Phil McCracken. It's supposed to be P-H-I-L. It's supposed to be Phil and then M-C-C-R-A-K-E-N. Phil McCracken. Phil McCracken. That adds to the illusion. The funniest part about that is I actually know somebody with the last name Goff. His first name's Billy, though. It's an MMA fighter. You should actually look him up. He's a really good fighter. Well, it would be lovely if my characters decided to heal themselves, but I guess that's just, you know, out of the fucking question here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I want to proceed. Get the fuck out of here. I'm asking too much. It's all gravy. 4 figures stand before an otherworldly apparatus, an ancient structure of chiseled Audra and metallic veins, ominous and looming like a silent observer. Standing motionless in their midst is what appears to be a human body, colorless as stone or ash. The other figures gaze upon it in what might be contemplation. From your vantage point, you are well obscured from their view. The figure closest to the machine stands out among them. A thick gray beard frames a face otherwise hidden beneath a metallic mask. His faded robes are embroidered with a runic language unlike anything you have ever seen, and he wears a strange black headdress with 2 protrusions that jut out like the wings of some malevolent creature. I do play Days Gone, my guy! Look up my videos. I'll play it again.
Oathbinder,
I'll pick it up tomorrow just for you.
And see this man has kept his word, true to his last breath, full to his blood's last drop. Guide his soul, queen that was, and regard it among your favored. Let his life by the key.
I want to say I've done it twice, but I haven't 100%ed it through. Like, I've gone through, then I started New Game Plus. I don't think I finished New Game Plus. Then I started a new game again. Not New Game Plus. I need to turn around in 100. I haven't killed all of the hordes yet. There's a few things.
Your brother has done his part, and you have seen the power of his contribution. I will accept no further hesitation from the rest of you. In the sight of
it's a great game, though. It really is.
Will you take your place beside your brother in the endless esteem of her memory that is without flaw?
Oh, I have to try to catch
Be
this real quick.
assured of the
oh
great
my God.
worth of your life's course.
Wild Hitmonchan. I'm not even like other like streamers. I'm not big enough yet to fucking have like a computer in front of me all the time, so I have to go on my phone to Pokecatch. Pokecatch. Catch the Hitmonchan.
Alright, it's finally.
Sony's a bitch, bro. They're about to get fucked up by Xbox in the next one, I think. And this is coming from a PlayStation person. I think they bought the rights to the right games. And I think what they're doing with Xbox Game Pass, because I have PS4, I got Xbox, I got Switch, I got all of it. And I think with Game Pass, they're doing the right thing. PlayStation's been fucking people with their gold standard and all that shit for a long time. For an instant, the apparatus goes quiet and the air is still. Then, all at once, it erupts with a concussive surge. Light floods your vision, and you are knocked back to the ground. Your head snaps back as you land, and the pain wells into the back of your skull, washing your last thoughts away into the black, unconscious void. You open your eyes to a different place, another time. You stand in a circular room, grand and domed, its walls lined with Audra and trimmed with copper. The style is ancient, but the chamber is unweathered. At the far end of a great pillar of Audra pierces the floor from below. Its shimmering texture gives the illusion of boundless depth. Encircling the pillar is an apparatus much like the one you have just seen, but immense and multifaceted and intertwined. Your thoughts are yours and not yours, and they seem to exist before you think them, and they are all questions. Pressing questions, troubling questions. Questions that must be answered, or... At the base of the pillar now, you see a man with a thick gray beard and ceremonial robe, crowned with a strange ornamental headdress. You know this man. You are walking towards him now at a pace that is hurried while trying not to appear so. You have something you want to ask him, one question above all. The question spins madly in your mind. Alright, bro. Hope to see you again soon. You awaken to find your malaise is broken, only to be replaced with something far more concerning. Faint whispers are audible at the edge of your hearing, like a ringing in your ears that does not subside. Movement flits through your peripheral, but when you turn to look, you can see no sign of whatever it was. You find your gaze regularly darting this way and that, an involuntary paranoid tick. If this is a sickness, it may be dangerous to go without treatment for long. The figures at the machine stand frozen in place, flesh and blood replaced by cinders and ash. The man who led them is nowhere to be seen. Hayden and Kaliska lie bloody on the uneven cobbles, their bodies twisted unnaturally in death. You are alone and far from help. The Gilded Veil may be your best hope of receiving treatment before things get worse. Nope, not mechanics. We're gonna hit lore. Oh, I've got a few. Okay, cool.
Maybe after this, we'll be able to do that final one.
Might as well throw it in mechanics. Fuck it. Ooh, okay. +8 to all defenses except deflection, and +4 to deflection. That's awesome. And it's passive too. I'm literally making this guy as a defensive character, so everything I've put through his whole background has been defensive, so I think I'm gonna stick with Deep Faith. It was a good video, I gotta say. I appreciate you giving me the idea. I'm always down to give the fans what they want, to a degree. Can't lose my whole fucking team. Vessel flesh, yes, excellent. Flesh of the vessel. Delicious. Well, I got my little miniature space pig with me. And I think it's gonna help me out a lot. Little miniature giant space pig. I laughed because it's a double entendre. I mean, it could be
Sleep would do
literal Bleach, or it could be the show Bleach. I don't know which one you're referring
Carrying
to.
too much weight.
The drink under the sink, okay, yeah. The drink under the sink, of course. Just, you know, put a little ammonia in that and breathe in deep. But, you know, hashtag actually don't fucking do that because that's dangerous. You know, twitch. That's very dangerous. Don't do that. The young dwarf tending to the stew looks up, startled, as he sees you approach. He drops his ladle, splattering stew across the ground. What? The bandit turns. Get him, you dogs, and make sure our new cook don't run off. Help, please! Help, Ah! One of the bandits gives Tenfrith a kick as they pass him, and he huddles.
On.
Did I not get second wind? What the fuck is going on? Stop fucking with me. Did I get it or not? Clearly not. Second wind! What the hell? Let me see what this actually... It's 2 self, so what the fuck? There we go. Hey.
Attack! On jump!
Hit, hit. That's right. Fuck you, bandit.
Carrying too much weight.
Oh, I'm carrying too much. Oh, it's good for you, bro. The tent is empty, but for a pair of stained cots and the stink of unwashed bodies. Gross.
Carrying too much weight.
Greetings.
By the flame, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I thought I'd be stuck cooking for these ignorant weasels for the rest of my life. Or until they were bored with me, I suppose. I must get back home. I only hope they haven't hired a replacement. The dwarf looks aghast. Listen, next time you're in Gilded Vale, stop by the Black Hound Inn. I'll let Pasca know what you've done for me. I'll make sure she'll do right by you in turn. Oh, to be back at my oven again. You know what I could do is camp. Yeah, damn introduction sounds great. Whew, what time is it even for me right now? I don't even know. 8:08. Oh shit. Midnight. I was close. I almost said 1. Almost doesn't count. It happens. It happens. Oh, so I was talking to Shane. He wants to help us up before we leave. So he said, find out what he did for Sorry, I was talking to my girl real quick. I am back. These aged walls. These aged walls appear to have once encircled this entire glade. Only a small fragment remains, and the stairs leading to the top of the structure have crumbled away. The heavy bricks are slick with moss and presenting a hindrance to climbing, but the stones themselves seem sturdy enough. Given the right tools, one might easily reach the top. You find a handhold upon one of the large stones and make yourself and start to pull yourself up. You make your way steadily up the crumbling ruin and over the top. Hey. Thoughts on Zoofa? On what the fuck? Are those the people that fuck animals? They're crazy. They're crazy. They're fucking crazy. From the edge of the wall, you can see an old cobblestone road turning south and the patchy trees of the Valewood. And I think furries are literally just one step behind them. You swing yourself over the side and pick your way back down to the ground level. I mean, realistically, I don't give a fuck what anybody does. I just think, personally, in my experience, that would be very weird.
Carrying too much
I really
weight.
don't give a fuck what anybody does. As long as it doesn't hurt me. The grass is still flattened behind the back wagon's wheels. Barrels of cabbages, potatoes, and squash have been overturned and abandoned. That's sad. That's a lot of food. Shattered pieces of a crate are strewn along the dirt, along with a few muddy vegetables. Oh, well, I appreciate that. I mean, who's it? It's not anybody's business what anybody does, you know? Just as long as nobody's getting hurt. Nobody's getting fucked over, then who cares? Do what you do. I don't know why so many people care. I mean... to be honest, I just learned about him recently in the news going around it because of his controversial shit, and I'm just like, whatever. I don't even know who he is, really. I know he was a fighter, but outside of that, like, I don't know who he is to have an opinion on anything, and I don't really care enough. Yeah, he got banned from everything, dude. I saw something earlier that he got banned from fucking Uber and shit, like, everything. There's a video going around of him being like, yeah, I got knocked on fucking YouTube, and then the next day Facebook blocked me, and then after that Instagram blocked me, and then I just started getting emails running in constantly.
Hail, traveler.
Naughton. This man appears to be hurriedly dismantling his camp in quick, jerky movements. He looks up as you approach, his expression tense and drawn. Greetings, he says, a little breathless. On your way south, is it? Don't see too many of your sort along this road, meaning no offense, supposing you're heading into town. Oh, does he really? That's crazy. The whole thing is like, as far as I know, from what I heard, all he does is just voice his opinion and then say that, like, oh, if you're trying, then you're doing fantastic. But I've never watched his shit, so I couldn't tell you what is or isn't offensive about what he has to say. I just know that a whole bunch of people care out of nowhere, and I don't get why. He wipes his brow, turning to face you. The sooner you're clear of these woods, the better, I think. Does he really? He hates them? He hates women? Are you sure he hates women? What's your hurry? The man looks down at the tent and then his hands. I mean to follow my own advice. Came out here on a hunt, me and a friend of mine. Thought we'd bring a stag home, eat something other than bread for once. Came up on a bear instead. Great monstrous thing. And Pearly, he didn't make it. He shakes his head. I don't know what I'll tell his wife. In any case, this forest's already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. Who are you? Well, then what do you mean by hate? Name's Naughton. Born and raised in Guild's Vale. Haven't had a spot of luck since. His face twists. Luckier than Pearly, I suppose. In any case, this forest already cost me a friend. I'm heading home before it takes anything else. What happened to your friend? Right. Well, what's that? I mean... Look, I caught a 30-day ban on Facebook because something came up and it was blah 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 blah, and my comment was literally, or women are just as manipulative as men, and I got a 30-day ban for that. So I don't know what the opinion is about it. I think people in general can be very manipulative, and I don't think it's right for anybody to say, oh, men are pigs, or women are gonna fucking do everything to anybody, and it's like, dude, you can be just as bad. There's no point. No point. We didn't see it coming. Naughton's voice shakes a little as he speaks. We were following a stag. Pearly, he saw something in the brambles, and we went tearing off after it. We all but stumbled into the cave. Poor Pearly didn't stand a chance. The bear was on top of him before we knew what was happening. That's gotta be terrifying. The beasts will take what they will, I suppose. He smiles sadly, and this time Galawain's favor fell upon the bear. Where did you find this bear? In a cave a ways up that way. He turns to point to the northwest. I wouldn't seek it out if I were you. It was a great brute of a beast. Would hate to hear that it took another life. Farewell. Fairly well. Yeah, I tend not to pay attention to celebrities or what they have to say, because I really don't give a flying fuck about them, to be honest. I think it's crazy that people, like, obsess over rich people and what they have to say. Oh, this rich guy's wearing Prada. I have to wear Prada. I have to have all Prada, or blah 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 blah. Like, bro, he's rich. He can afford that shit. Shouldn't even be that expensive. But whatever. I guess idolize this guy and fuck your life up trying to be him. Like, I'm too focused on trying to make it ahead on my own terms. And that's hard enough, without worrying about what the next celebrity's saying. I don't know. That's a good question. From what I hear, it's not even very good, so I have no idea. And it actually depends on what kind, too, because there's different kinds. I'm pretty sure the black caviar is, like, the most expensive caviar. But I heard it's, like, salty and fish tasting, and it's like, oh, well, that doesn't sound good at all. Doesn't sound good at all. I don't know. I don't know. From the sound of it, it sounds kind of gross. This has come from somebody who's eaten sardine pizza before and liked it. Sorry, it might have been anchovy, not sardine. But, as far as I'm concerned, it's the same fucking thing. I know sardines are a bit bigger than anchovies, but... Okay. Sorry. Okay. Why is the whole map already unlocked? I mean, I like it. I just don't understand it. Who do I talk to first? I suppose wandering into town might be the best idea. Are there any more empty limbs for more bodies, or... Jesus.
You must be one of the new settlers. Welcome to Gilded Vale. You'll be pleased to know that we've had some recent vacancies here.
A man approaches you, his skin as dull and gray as the desolate village behind him. He scans you with sunken, lifeless eyes, and his voice is a dry croak. He glances at the gnarled, leafless monstrosity of a tree next to him. I might reconsider your lord's offer.
Nonsense. Gilded Vale is a perfectly suitable village for those who respect the Lord's decrees. Besides, you won't find a better offer anywhere else in the Deerwood these days, and you look as if you could use a fresh start.
He looks around at the town, his face a mask of sober contentment.
Of course, we'll need to make some inquiries first. The inestimable Lord Radric VII has taken great pains to insulate our town from Widewind's legacy.
He appraises
Have you ever sired a Hollowborn child?
No, it's not. That's 6 days late. You can't do that today. Have you ever sired a hollow-born child? What kind of question is this?
That kind of surliness will get you nowhere in Gilded Vale. Lord Raderick has made it his first priority to eliminate the scourge from our village, and to him, no answer at all is as good as an admission of guilt.
I can't really have too much of an opinion on that, because I can see why. I don't necessarily agree with it, but I can see why. I mean, I guess it is what it is. It doesn't affect me at all.
I should warn you, stranger. Here in Gilded Vale, we have a special place for dissidents, charlatans, and those who would hide a curse in our
literally
midst.
Neither of those events had much to do with me, or much to affect me in any way. Outside of wanting to join the military when I was a kid,
His
that was about it.
lordship's wife is with child and due any day now. Without his
and I'm glad I
shan't
didn't,
be able
because
to find you a permanent settlement.
I'd have
It
got
will have
my
to wait
ass
until
fucked over by the
after
government, because that's what the government does.
We can continue our
in every
interview
country.
then.
So I don't
After the
understand
bell
people
tolls
being
from
so.
Radrick's hold to signal my lord's new heir.
I don't understand nationalists.
In the meantime, you
Because
can
every
find
country's got a
temporary
slew of
accommodations at
problems.
the inn,
Every country.
just southwest
There's
of
no
here.
country that's amazing and free of bullshit, dude. Every country's got their shit, from fucking immigration to taxes to fucking no resources, whatever the fuck it is, dude. Every country's got a problem. Crime, drugs, extortion. I mean, politicians is literally every single country, so if that doesn't tell you anything right there. I think everybody's looking at the wrong things. I think it's more or less the 1% versus the 99%, and I don't give a fuck about race. If you're a good person, you're a good person. That's all I care about. But I think that the rich are making it harder for the poor, and I think that's really what it is, regardless of what country or what situation. politicians don't give a fuck about the normal people. They just want to line their pockets. That tree over there. Urgate doesn't even look over his shoulder. Ah, yes. Not everyone has accepted the measures necessary to keep the village safe. Ever since Lord Raedric banished the mothers of Hollowborn, some have taken up arms against him, and while he's been searching for a cure, he's been beset with frauds and opportunists. I mean, it's capitalism everywhere you look, and it's just different people that own it. I mean, you go to Russia, okay, Russia's not capitalist, Russia is communist, but it's capitalist for the people who own the country. It's communist for everybody else. You see what I'm saying? Like, all it comes down to is the rich line their pockets and eat fat while everybody else suffers, and they don't give a fuck. As long as you keep doing their job, they don't care. They don't care. There are exceptions, but they're very few and far between. And they're also 9 times out of 10, probably even more than 9 times out of 10, not the most successful businesses or anything. So, thank you. But I don't necessarily think that a business's the amount a business makes is, I don't think that the amount a business makes is its measure of success. The worst car color? Red or yellow. At least in America, red or yellow, and that's for insurance. For no reason at all, insurance will tax you more because your car is red or yellow. It has something to do with it being racing colors. I mean, you spelt it right for me. I don't really care how you spell it. I'm not... You want to mind where you mention that. Trespassing on Engwithan Rains is illegal, not to mention dangerous. You probably saw someone attempting some new ritual to appease the gods. People will try anything these days. Bereth have mercy. We certainly have. I don't think so. Just as they finished, there was a Beowulf. He polishes his spectacles on his sleeve. If you'd been that close to a Beowulf, you wouldn't be standing here. If you've any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understand our rules. Said something about Hollowborn and Waiden's legacy before? He blinks. I forget that you foreigners do not have this curse in your homelands. The Hollowborn have been a scourge upon the Drearwood for almost 15 years now. He lowers his voice to a whisper. Children born without souls. And how do you fucking know they don't have souls, my guy? Do you put them on a scale and it's like, oh, they got a soul? What? How is that a measurable thing? He shakes his head. Pitiful dumb things that breathe, barely, but do not truly live. Some say the Hollowborn are a disease. Some say they are a punishment from the gods. He raises his empty hands. In truth, no one knows, but they began spreading after the Saints' War. And so, the name Waiden's legacy stuck in honor of that foul, blasphemous pretender. His voice shakes with vitriol. I see.
you moved back. It would have been just fine.
Right there. My knee's right there. I am definitely not playing that game, my friend. Sorry. I do a lot for my fans, but that one is off limits. No, sir. Oh, fuck. I've been feeling strange ever since a close call with a Beerwick. Is there someone in town who could help?
Whatever your problem, it sounds like a matter for an Animancer. However, the only Animancer in Gilded Vale isn't in any condition to speak. Consider yourself fortunate. After she failed Lord Radric, we saw to it that she wouldn't profit from the misplaced trust of others. A bad cure is often worse than none at all. But if you're set on finding a bottle of troll piss or a dead Audra pebble to rub on your forehead, you're welcome to check her pockets. A little corpse stink is nothing when you're digging for shit. My advice, however, is to be satisfied that you escaped and leave it at that.
Goodbye.
Keep out of...
Listen!
2 tolls. Let that be the last.
No.
3. Gods have mercy.
It seems your arrival is ill-timed.
Ill-timed. When aren't they, though? During the day is about it. Cats are fucking crazy, man. Me personally, I'm not a cat person. I do like some cats, if they're like cuddly and nice, but I'm not a cat person. I'm a dog person. But I'm a dog person and, I like pit bulls and I like pugs. I mean, I like most dogs, but I like pit bulls and I like pugs. Pugs especially. That's my shit. With the squished in little face and the bug eyes and the curly little tail. Oh, Jack Russells are cool too, but man, you have to have a fucking patience with a Jack Russell, because those things have energy forever.
Three bells toll only for the
It's like having a husky or a
I fear Lord Radric's heir is lost, or else Hollowborn, and so lost all the same.
There's actually a few breeds.
You should tread carefully. Circumstances have changed a great deal.
What do you mean? You come to us at a time of mourning. The legacy has struck at the heart of Gilded Vale. Our efforts to redeem ourselves in the hearts of Bareth must be redoubled. He sets a steady gaze at you. What happened? He shrugs one bony shoulder. I will know more details when the messengers arrive. The vagaries of childbirth, perhaps, but that is not your concern. Does this affect the Lord's offer to new settlers? I can be sure of nothing right now. I advise you to get some rest. The inn or a stable for all I care. Find me afterwards. I will know more soon enough. Don't threaten me, little man. He shakes his head unmoved. It is no threat, only a warning. Lord Radric will not tolerate no threats to his kin, or those who live upon his lands. Grief will not make him more docile. I mean, I wouldn't have said farewell. I would have been like, bye. Punk bitch. Tell me about Lord Radric. He comes from a line of nobles who have defended these lands since Aedir times. Radric II was an earlier supporter of Dyrwood independence during the Revolution, and the current Lord's father perished in the Saints' War. Hollowborn began appearing in the Dyrwood shortly after the war's end. Lord Raedric has taken it upon himself to purge the curse from Gilded Vale. His measures have been severe but necessary. Unfortunately, it may not have been enough if the bells were any indication. The Saints' War. Our age's most egregious examples of man's madness. 15 years ago, the people of Rhodoros decided that Waidwen, their living saint, was the literal incarnation of the god Aethys. Urgent wrinkles his pinched nose. This supposed saint took it upon himself to liberate the Dyrwood, supposedly from allegiances to less worthy gods, but I've never known an army to conquer a land for its people's own good. The war lasted about a year, but you can guess what that year did to the worship of Aethys and the Dyrwood. Lord Raedric's forebears had all been Aethesians, but after his father fell defending us from those fanatics, he personally saw that the Temple of Aethys here in town was shut down. He points at a few ruined walls near the tree. If you have any other questions, don't hesitate to ask. It's important that everyone in Gilded Vale understands our rules. Alright, what about the Gilded... No, that's not what I... We are a frontier village and as are most settlements in the Dyrwood. Gilded Vale hasn't grown much since its establishment in the colonial days. In the last 15 years have seen our population shrink further. He takes in the ramshackle houses and half-fallen fences. Hence our recruitment of fresh settlers. Why has Gilded Vale's population been shrinking as I look at the tree full of people hung? Waidwen's legacy, of course. Many women have had difficulty bearing healthy children of late. A few years ago, Lord Raedric decreed that no mothers of Hollowborn are to be allowed in the Gilded Vale. His mouth tightens into a firm line. His lordship dealt swiftly with objectors. May be harsh, but if it purges us of this curse, is it not worth it? I mean, no? What? So, some people have kids with no souls. Why are you killing them off for that? What the fuck? It makes no sense. How is that a problem for anyone? Tell me about those runes behind the tree, motherfucker.
Give me a letter, please.
You've been watching too much South Park. Did you actually know that that's where it came from? Did you know that? You can look that shit up. I found that by accident one time. That's legit where it came from. Like, nobody gave a fuck before that episode. Nobody gave a fuck before that episode. And suddenly, after that episode, like, it's a legitimate thing now. Like, people literally believe it. I just think it's crazy that a show had that much pull on society like that.
Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you.
It's a fuck about hair color. It's like giving a fuck about skin color. People are weird.
I'm just running around a track. Look, I'm not even in a race. I've caught everybody in front of me though. So
That's the kind of shit you should be streaming.
Just running around in a circle.
Yeah. Making comments about it. That's just... That's all it is. That's all it is. I just sit here and I talk bullshit. I'm just like, oh, haha, I make comments on the game, and then somebody comes in like SpiderCat451, who's a cool-ass motherfucker, and I sit here and I talk to him, and I make comments on the game, and it's a cool-ass fucking time. Fuck if anybody else comes in. Who cares? Fuck them. Were you looking for someone in that tree? I could introduce you. Strange way to talk about your dead. He looks at the tree and breathes out. Half the town's up there now, seems like. No right way to talk about it. Good point. Good point. I'm looking for someone who can make me feel better. He gives an understanding nod as he takes a long drag from his pipe. My condolences. He exhales and turns his attention away, watching the village around him. You know you're going to be part of my team, right? Scattered between the roots are bracelets of twine and bead, wilted flowers, and notes half erased by the rains. Oh man, for 10 whole minutes, like, you know it's gonna be slow and torturous. I mean, for the first 9 minutes I'm probably doing some crazy shit, like tickling him and pinching him and flicking him in his eye and shit, right in his forehead, making him cry and being sufferable and all that shit, and then I'd probably just put a pillow on him. That's about it. Well, if it's a baby, then it's not a fetus. There's total difference on that. His mom didn't do anything, as far as I know. I don't know his childhood, so I couldn't really comment on that. Maybe she's the reason that he was like that. Maybe she's the reason Hitler was Hitler. What I do know is, baby or not, if you already know he's gonna grow up into Hitler, who cares what you do to him, as long as you get rid of him. You see 4 people gathered by the door to the inn. Their raised voices and chopped gestures suggest an argument reaching its climax. The first figure raises his hands for calm. His face is partially obscured by a hood, but his height and stature suggests an elf.
I meant no offense. Let's put this matter to rest over a round, shall we? My treat.
Hoping to soothe our pride with a few Adira coppers, eh?
He did actually fail Heart School, though, didn't he? Everyone calm down. Whatever this is about, I'm sure it's an overreaction. One of the other men glares at the hooded elf. His eyes are red from drinking, but his gaze is focused. We're humble folk, but we're no fools, not like he thinks, mocking us while he shelters in our village. We don't take to that kind of talk from foreigners, especially not Adrians. Oh yeah, well, I mean, I'd be mad about it too. Out of all things to fail, art school? The fuck, everything is considered art today.
Go on. Say it again. I'm itching for an excuse.
Why, you're itching for the kindling touch of your sister, you cock's feather!
Ooh. Yeah, that's, again, why I said, as a baby, if you know he's gonna grow up into Hitler, who cares that he's a baby?
I'll cut that barrel-looking tongue out of your head.
I mean, you gotta live with that for the rest of your life, and it's... But you're gonna have to live with it for the rest of your life, whether you take Hitler's life or Hitler baby life. It doesn't matter. As long... And I would rather stop him before he gets to that point. At least then I can justify it. I mean, I can justify it after the point too, but it was like, oh, I could have done it before that. What the fuck?
This is a misunderstanding. I didn't say whatever it is you think I said. We've nigh quarrel.
That's where you're wrong.
Oh, does it suspiciously sound like I'm defending him, does it now, eh? That might be because I am.
Onward! 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 Onward!
Wow, it'd be nice for some help, you fucking dick.
not quite how I hoped to get to know the neighbors. Thank you for your timely assistance with that awkward situation. Well, that is one way of putting it.
He straightens his hood, and you note the remains of fraying embroidery on his gloves. His boots are caked with the dirt of many months' travel, but the leatherwork beneath is sturdy and fine.
I suppose introductions are in order after that little fiasco. Aloth Corvusser, at your service.
You better have more to say for yourself than that. Please, I didn't mean to drag you into this.
Well, I'm a wizard by training, and an adventurer by necessity. I was born in the Seathwood, part of the mainland of the Adir Empire, and both of my parents served the nobility, which afforded me an education for which I'm grateful. However, there were no open positions in those houses, and so I decided to seek new means in a new land.
Fair enough.
And how exactly did you come to be here?
I was traveling with a caravan. We were separated near some ruins.
In Gwithan ruins? Well, those can be dangerous places during the best of times, which these are not. Half the locals would arrest you for trespassing, and the rest would kill you outright. I'm curious, what exactly did you find there?
Several hooded figures operating a strange machine.
You do manage to find yourself in rather interesting predicaments.
Just how did you manage to cross those three drunks?
I'm afraid that was a matter of misunderstandings and mistranslations. It doesn't help that people in these parts remember their war with Adir like it was yesterday.
You did tell that one man to go fuck his sister. Ah, that. He clears his throat and adjusts his sleeves. As I tried to tell them, they misheard me. It happens all too easily after a few pints, and the accent doesn't help. Yeah, but, you know, I heard the same thing. For a moment he looks as if he's about to say something else. His expression brightens with mischief, but before he can speak, he forces a tight smile, biting his lips so hard you expect to see blood. Finally, his face relaxes and he shakes his head. I should speak more clearly next time. My apologies. Alright, homie. And what are you doing in Gilded Vale?
An excellent question. I came looking for fresh air and cheap land. Instead, the magistrate gave me directions to the inn and a story about the local lord's expectant wife. But I take it that's a familiar tale.
Indeed. I've been experiencing strange things of late. I'm looking for an expert on souls.
Indeed. The local lord has searched far and wide for similar specialists. He has rid himself of them almost as desperately.
His darting glance takes in the tumbled-down buildings and the fallow, rock-strewn fields. I expect that such expertise would be best sought elsewhere. You don't exactly look like a settler.
Begging your pardon, but neither do you. Yet, circumstances can find a person in the strangest of places.
I should be going.
As should I, given recent events. It's just as well. I've had enough of the watered wine and lumpy beds at the inn. They say even the owner tired of the place. Just up and left one day. It explains quite a lot about the upkeep. Perhaps I could join you. I could use a change of scenery, and I find it's better to travel in numbers.
So do I. Let's go there.
Excellent. I shall follow you.
Good, good. I appreciate it. And then I told her, "That's not the pistol!" Ah, ha, 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 ha. Oh, shit. thought Lord Redrick's heir would mark the end of all this. You thought wrong, sir. Thought wrong. Zlox the Usurper. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to be calling out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a lone man standing in a field. He looks around, surveying the crops. Occasionally, he bends to examine a leaf up close. He is intent on what he is doing, completely absorbed in his work. This man approaches him from behind. He moves slowly, but does nothing to mask his approach. In his hand, he holds a large sword. There appears to be no malice or hatred in the man's demeanor. He almost seems pleased. The first man hears his approach and stands, turning away from the plant he was inspecting. His face breaks into a smile, and he opens his arms to welcome the approaching man. The smile freezes into a grimace as the second man thrusts the sword through his stomach, its blade now protruding from his back. His arms slowly fall to his side, and blood starts to drip from the sword onto the plants below the man. As the first man crumples to his knees, the second pulls the sword out. A tear slowly falling down the cheek of the man's still smiling face. Step back. What up, Spider? As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this man's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see a small group of people gathered around the ruins of a house. The destruction continues out from the single dwelling through the entire village. Not a single building still stands. Rubble is scattered everywhere. One of the men in the group leans over something in the debris. It is this man, younger, barely more than a boy. The man reaches out and shakes the boy by the shoulder. The boy makes no sound and doesn't respond to the man's disturbance. The man looks up at the other members of the group and shrugs, standing to rejoin his friends. The boy suddenly sits up, eyes wide. He scrambles backward, away from the group, looking around in horror. The group moves towards him in unison, eliciting a yelp from the boy, who tries to move farther away. A woman in the group puts out her hands, stopping the rest. She turns to them reproachfully, motions for them to stay, and then looks at the boy on the ground who is trying to push himself through what remains of a wall. He seems unaware he has even stopped. The woman slowly moves towards the boy, hands out, speaking in a low, calming tone. For a time, the boy doesn't even hear. He just closes his eyes and braces himself against the wall, expecting violence. Eventually, the woman's words work through the fear, and he hears her. He opens his tear-filled eyes and stares at her. She holds out a hand to him. He looks at it, seemingly confused by the offer, then hesitantly reaches out. She takes his hand in hers and leans down to help him stand. Step back. I'm gonna be really upset if this is something I'm falling for, but no, I don't. That's a group, isn't it? That's a band? A group or a band, right? I know I've heard it before. I'm pretty sure you mentioned it before. Kitty! Cute kitty. This worn, dog-eared book is titled Travels Upon the Selgless Sea. Get out of here, cat. No, kitty! God damn it! There is an etched illustration of a vast finned leviathan Alright, hold up. Oh, yes, of course I know Charlie. I just didn't know him as Moist Critical. Of course I know Charlie. What? Come on, that's actually like one of the only... I don't really watch YouTube. I don't really watch all that shit. I'm not a follower of most people, but Charlie is actually one of the very few people I follow. I think he's fucking hilarious. I think he finds a very good way to be neutral about most things and understands what the majority of people are thinking and how to fucking monetize on that. And I think good for him on that. He's good. He's good. He's very good. A dear wooden woman standing in front of the fireplace, humming a quiet tune to herself, or perhaps to her unborn child, for she's clearly quite pregnant. She turns her head slightly as you enter.
Good day to you.
Well, finally, I was starting to think. The woman makes a startled noise before she turns around and sees you. Oh, I'm sorry. I was expecting someone else. She gives you a cautious smile. Can I help you? Yeah, they really are. I watched like 2 or 3 today, just off that right there. Nice cat. Who are you expecting? My sister, Kaliska. Oh! Is traveling with one of the caravans. She sent a letter before she came. Said she was going to pay her way by working as a guard for the caravan master. She always was a tough one. She pauses. I don't suppose you've seen her on the road, or the caravan, perhaps. It's Master Odima's. Well, damn. Yeah, shit. I'm surprised I didn't know him as Moist Critical. Because I'm actually pretty sure he... Like, I'm only just recently getting into his stuff, but I don't think he's really mentioned it more than once or twice. He, like, used to go by Moist Critical, right? Back in his, like... Is it... I was gonna say, because I know he doesn't really game that much anymore, but I know he used to be, like, one of the world's top gamers at one point, and I know he started his own gaming team.
We still have one more after that, right?
Yeah.
Oh, we stopped playing that.
Yeah. And I know that his team isn't like top tier yet, but they're doing very good too. So like I can appreciate him giving back to the community. And it's cool seeing somebody of a top caliber starting something of their own. It's like watching a fighter that was, you know, like a legendary start his own fight promotion, and it's like, well, everybody's gonna want to fight under that. The fuck? Of course, everybody's gonna want to play under Charlie's fucking team. What? Who wouldn't? The hell? I could never hope to be that good. It's actually funny because I've only met one pro gamer in my entire life, and he's a pro fighter now. Like he stopped the whole gaming to do fighting and all that shit. Aaron Hughes, you probably never heard of him. He's probably only big out here, but he was a pro gamer for a while, getting paid good money, going to fucking places like those Mortal Kombat fucking challenges and shit. He was a beast, dude. The caravan was attacked and we escaped, but Kaliska was caught in a Buick. Afra covers her mouth with a hand, her eyes widen with horror. For a few moments she can manage nothing but a strangled, voiceless gasping, her eyes brimming with tears. I knew. I told her it was a dangerous path to take. Kaliska was always so certain she could take on any danger. Afra sniffs. Oh, my poor sister. I'm sorry, stranger. I can't believe she's gone. If only I hadn't called her here. If I hadn't written to her, she might still be alive somewhere. Afra's face crumples with a solitary tear slides down her cheek. Calliska mentioned that she thought you needed help. Perhaps I can provide some assistance. Afra looks at you with some surprise before dabbing at her nose with a sleeve. It's kind of you to offer, but I don't know if I could impose this on you. It's not a small favor. Afra wipes her eyes. I'm worried about the baby. About the legacy. I told Calliska as much as I could, but all I know is that for a long time now, every child born in Gilded Vale has been soulless, empty. It's happened to so many mothers, and Lord Raedric, who exiled all of them, calling it a sign of the gods' disfavor, she sniffs. With my Hawthorpe gone, I don't know how I'll manage if I lost my home too. Yeah, I guess. It's very possible that they all are redheads. I don't know, however, if that actually has anything to do with them being soulless. I just know that they're soulless. They could be blonde hair, blue eyes, too. Hey! I hoped Calliska could help me. They say Ranga, the old midwife, knows a way to prevent a child being born hollow-born. But she moved south to Anslog's Compass 2 seasons ago. The journey's too far for me, and I can't make it as I am, but I don't have anyone else now, with Calliska gone. More tears run down her face. Please, can you help me? Well, if I cannot guide you there, I must at least bring you this cure. Afra blinks, eyes wide. You will? Oh, gods bless you. Here, I'll give you coin to pay with her with. You needn't trouble yourself with that. I think it's a drink she fashions out of. Well, I'm not sure, but it shouldn't be too much of a burden to carry back. 20 copper. I'm gonna say Wesker, but that's hard to say because it's not like we've ever seen anything hit Pyramid Head and do anything, and we've never seen Pyramid Head hit something that he couldn't go through. But Pyramid Head isn't like Hulk strength because he takes some time to get through shit. So his strength is massive, but it's not Wesker's strength. So I think I'd give it to Wesker, but I also don't know his durability, so I couldn't tell you. He's strong for sure. Absolutely, but he's not Wesker strong. Not even close. But I don't know his durability. I'm still pretty sure Wesker's faster, but I don't know. Because, like, you consider that a spirit? A demon? Like, he doesn't really have any abilities. He's more like Agoth, or whatever the fuck his name is, from Soul Calibur. With the axe. He's just like that guy. Anslog's Company is what we call the lagoon to the south. You'll have to cross the wilds to get there. That's what keeps me from trying it myself. She clasps her hands together. Thank you again, truly. You'll be saving us both. She sets a hand on her stomach, smiling through her tears. Again, if you consider him a demon or a spirit, I think he might be able to stand up to him. But if he's just some evil fucking guy, Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, you mean El Blanco? Shaggy, of course. Goku can't stand up to him. There's no way Wesker stands up to him. And Goku would fuck Wesker up, before you ask. Vegeta would fuck Wesker up. Bro, I think Piccolo would fuck Wesker up. Dude. Nah, I was about to say Yamcha, but Yamcha would probably get fucked up. Master Roshi. Shut the fuck up. I think Master Roshi could fuck up Wesker. Master Chief gets wrecked. Actually, Master Chief might actually be a close fight. That actually might be a close fight, because Master Chief is super strong, Master Chief is super durable. Okay. Fuck you, it's not. Doomslayer? Are you talking about the main character of Doom that, like, kills all the demons? With a shotgun? Fuck. I put demons above Wesker, but I also don't think that any demon outside of Doom is going down to a shotgun blast, so I'm gonna have to still give it to Wesker. I think Doomslayer's demons are bitch. They just come out in heavy quantities and make it hard. No. Doomslayer, okay, I'll give you like this. Doomslayer was the original Master Chief. I think that's where Master Chief's look comes from. But I think Master Chief is better. Like, lore-wise, Master Chief is stronger, faster, more durable. My whole thing is... is Ghost the sniper? We're talking like Call of Duty, what, Modern Warfare? Is that what? Yeah, holy shit, dude. Wow, that was a blast from that. I'm surprised I remembered who the fuck that was. Yeah, no, he gets killed. Wesker mauls him. Wesker bites the bullet as he shoots him, and then eats it. And then maybe even eats 3 more, and then kills Ghost in the most horrid way. Vietnam couldn't imagine killing him in this way. As you near, you feel a vibrant history containing the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. Reach out for the soul. You see a crowded marketplace, vendor stalls lining the road, their proprietors' voices calling out to passerby to come sample their wares. This woman wanders through the throngs, strolling hand in hand with another woman. They peruse the vendor's goods, tarrying at a book merchant with a number of old and beautiful tomes, chatting with one another about what they see. One will pick up a book and show it to the other, who will take it, comment on it, and place the book back on its shelf. Then the first one will snatch up the book again and quickly pay the merchant before the other can snatch it back. They walk away from the market weighed down by packs filled with books, still hand in hand, standing close, comfortable, and familiar with each other. Who's Ratatouille on? Ratatouille by himself gets squashed, but if Ratatouille is controlling somebody... As they pass down a somewhat deserted street, an object suddenly hits this woman in the chest and bounces off, rolling away toward one of the buildings. The women stop and look at the object, an apple, then back up at the person who threw it. There's nothing special about him, aside from the angry look on his face, and the other 2 apples he holds. Before either woman can move, the man draws back and throws another one at them, this time hitting the second woman in the forehead. He yells at them something derisive and hateful, something about a legacy and about responsibilities. The woman raises her hand to her head and wipes the juice and bits of fruit from her face and stares the man down defiantly. The first woman squeezes her hand and puts the other on her companion's shoulder, attempting to calm her down. The other woman pulls a book from her pack and holds it before her, muttering under her breath. She pulls her hand free and waves it above the book, an aura forming around her. The first woman is still trying to calm her down, but all she says goes unheard. The man, uncaring of the events happening in front of him, draws back and throws the last apple. As it arches the air toward them, the second woman brings up her hand and points it at the apple. A glowing orb of energy flies from her hand and it strikes the apple, causing it to explode, raining bits of apple down on the road and buildings around them. The man's face changes, anger joined by fear, looking like he's trying to decide if running or attacking is the best course of action. The second woman started chanting again, her hand glowing, her eyes narrowing. This woman steps in front of her, places herself between her love and their attacker. She touches her face, gently stroking it, and whispers calmly words. A kiss. The woman's countenance changes. She calms, her eyes softening, her lips regaining the lost smile. The first woman smiles again as well and kisses the other. "Wizard scum," the man behind them says, and 2 women turn to face him, staring him down defiantly. They join hands and begin walking again, moving past him without so much as a sideways glance. Scott died. Ha 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 ha! Scott dies no matter what. Scott dies no matter what. It has been foretold. Edlin Prioston. As you near, you feel a vibrant history contained in the essence of this woman's soul. Voices from its past seem to call out to you. You see a key turn gently, steady, and hear a ghostly click as the door swings inward. 2 figures slip in, locking the door behind them, and begin to prowl. Their hunt is efficient, and it takes them little time to acquire a sizable collection of documents and oddly shaped velvet pouches. Quick hands fill pockets, rucksacks, bags. The door opens downstairs, and everything freezes. Footsteps, a tired giggle. The thieves are all eye whites and short breath as they empty their pockets of all but the necessities, anything noisily, hurriedly replaced. Silence from downstairs, then tentative steps up the staircase. A voice calls out. 1 thief creeps forward, the other gesticulatingly wildly for him to return. He continues forward, crouching by the banister. He sees a gaudy shoe and shoves. The woman falls with a cut-off scream, rolling lifelessly to the floor below. Swearing, the second thief grabs her brother, and they make their escape, collecting whatever value they have on their way out. She's a thief! Thanos, all day. I don't know who Max Stones is. $100. Dude, Thanos versus most people. Thanos is taking that. Dude, Thanos without the Infinity Stones kills Wesker. With the Infinity Stones, I mean, like, he has literal time, like, control of time. He could literally just back up time before Wesker injected himself and then kill him as a normal human. Like, super overkill. Super overkill. You just flick him in the face.
Overkill.
In Grode, this man and woman appear to have been deep in conversation, working at closing 2 bulging satchels. They move to embrace until the woman notices your approach and pauses, her smile faltering a little.
Good day, stranger.
Can we help you? She looks to her companion, brows furrowing with confusion. Do you know this man, Naughton? Naughton coughs. Yes, I think we met in the Valewood. I warned him about the bear. He inclined his head. Glad to see you've made it. Was there something else you wanted? You two are in good spirits for people who just lost a friend. That's unkind of you to say. I'm grieving my husband in my fashion. I'm only sorry I could not convince him to leave Gilded Vale before this happened. I'm relieved to be rid of this terrible place, that's all. It's cost me the greater part of my life and now my husband, and I'm glad to be free of it. You two seem to be in a hurry. Yes, I imagine so, Ingriad laughs. We're packing for a trip, actually. I've been meaning to visit Defiance Bay, and she looks at Naughton. Well, in truth, I think I've had my fill of this town. Michael Myers rips him apart like it's not anybody's business. Like it's not anybody's business. Only that you'll want to be moving on as soon as you can. You'll have seen the tree, I imagine, but the rot goes deeper. If you were looking for work, I'd say you have a better chance of it elsewhere. We're headed for Defiance Bay ourselves. Naughton nods. Sleeping or awake? Sleeping Freddy, awake Mike. Because sleeping, Freddy could just feed off Mike's mama issues. He doesn't even have to kill him. He can drive him crazy and make him kill himself. We already went, well, we didn't go over this, but they already went over this in the movie, and there's literally no way either of them can kill each other. That's a draw for forever. They're the exact same fucking person. Exact same powers, exact same feats, exact same fucking everything. One's got a knife, one's got a machete. That's literally the only difference. They didn't have a Jason versus Michael? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Yeah, you're probably right, because... You're probably right. They probably didn't, because it would be a boring-ass movie about two dudes that just stood there like fucking statues stabbing each other, and neither one of them dies. That's literally the whole movie. Just be like, and then a bunch of stabbing. We know there's more grain in there, Trumbull. We won't settle for scraps while you grow fat on our crops. A muffled shouting emerges from inside the mill. The first of you drunkards to come through that door gets a shot between the eyes. Gods hear me. Swain I'll put you down like a dog. Come away for now, lads. We'll be back. Trumbull. And we'll have fair prices, or by the flame we'll have a reckoning. Predator. Literally only because Predator could melt him with acid. And, I mean, you can't really come back from that. You're literally melted. What do you do? Predator's blood is acid. Tell me I have the wrong guy. Predator's blood is acid. No, Predator's blood is acid. Look it up. That's how he marks the bitch up and tells her she's cool with the Predators. You search it up. I'm telling you that the Predators have acidic blood, man. Look it up. The aliens can spit acid, but if you punch a Predator and it bleeds, you're getting acid on you. Predators have acid blood. An elven man stands before you. No, it doesn't. It's acid. It will melt you. His relatively stocky build suggesting a life of labor. His face is pale and drawn and his eyes wide. Behind him, a younger man and woman exchange worried glances. The miller raises a club as you enter. It shakes violently in his grip. Get back if you value your life! Resolve 14. Put that down before you get yourself hurt. Trumbull only raises his club higher. I mean it. I won't have Swainer and his lackeys threatening me in my own mill. Who the fuck is Swainer? The dwarf. The one standing out there, spreading lies among the villagers. Bastard's been here for decades, and he hasn't gotten any kinder with time. And who are you? Is Swainer roping foreigners at his little crusade now? My name is Bromsworth. I've only just arrived in Gilded Vale. Trumbull shakes his head. You picked a bad time to come visiting. Gilded Vale's had all its shrines scraped off. Shine. Just a big dung heap now. And Swainer thinks he's king of it. They're all mad, all of them. Mad, I tell you, mad. What was all that ruckus outside? Motherfucker, now I gotta look it up. God damn it. Motherfucker. Well, you are correct. I am wrong. You got that. You got that. Not only did I just read that it's not acidic, I literally read that it's the exact opposite. So, yeah, you fucking got that. I lose. I'm a loser. I got fucked, you're right. All I can do with the grain is sell it. Alright, so... I still give it to the Predator. I still give it to the Predator. So his blood's not acidic. I still give it to the Predator. He's got too many weapons and millions of years and who knows how many different species of things he's fought. I give it to the Predator. All I do with the grain is sell it. I can't create it out of thin air, and I can't hand it out for free. I pay the farmers for the crops they bring in, and I sell what comes out of the mill. Most of it goes to the Black Hound, on the west side of town for ale, and Swainer and his lot sure don't mind that part. Well, shit, I guess I'd have to say Michael might win that one. You take a look at the fields on the way into town. The crop's blighted. And most of what I'm getting from the farmers, Trumbull gestures to the sacks and containers, it's gone off, rotted through. Can't pay prices for blighted wheat, and I've barely got enough good grain to go around. Swainer's howling after things he has no right to. You might be right on that one too. At this point I'm questioning everything I know, so. Resolve 14. If you don't want those people in here with torches, maybe you ought to stop lying to me. Trumbull blinks, taken aback. I'm not. Look, it's no lie. The stores really are low, and with so little grain going around, I had to raise the prices for some people. Some people? There are folks in this town that deserve far better than Swainer and his lot. People who have done more for Gilded Vale. Intellect 12. People like... the magistrate. I can't do anything about that, Trumbull says, his voice quiet. That's just how it works. Maybe things are different elsewhere. Here, Raedric's men, they keep the village safe, so they eat well. Swainer's people are farmers. They gathered that grain for you. They sure didn't mind losing that grain when it was going to the drinks at the inn. They don't make like kind neighbors when they insult my son, go stumbling drunk through my own crops. You think they're the only ones that need to eat? Now the crops are sick and the wind's too weak to get the windmill turning. Our village's children are born as empty shells. That's not my doing. This place is cursed, and Swainer and the others haven't done a thing to help the rest of us through the lean season. Is your self-righteousness worth losing your family over, bro? Trumbull opens his mouth to protest, but his expression shifts into resignation well before he finally nods and speaks. You're right, he says, quietly. Just like I told you, you were right. Quietly. Spider-Cat, you motherfucker. I've been trying to plan for the future, but we're in danger here and now. Party gained 46 experience. Fine, tell Swainer and the others I've reconsidered. Provided he pays the same as everyone else, he's welcome to his fair share. Trumbull sighs. And let's hope we can trade for supplies real soon, or we'll all be in a bad way. Hey, look, man, that's fair enough, and that's all anybody can ask of you. You did good, sir. You did good. You got what you wanted, leave us alone. You'll regret this, and so will Swainer when the town's starving around him. We're going through the stores faster than I feared. This won't last. Everybody's all scared, but it's okay. We did the right thing. The town will make it, because I'm here to fuck this curse up. Putin. It's not even being anti-American or anything like that. Yep, fist fight Putin. Putin actually trains. Putin does judo. And judo is a really tough fucking sport, and he's very high up there in judo, and I'm pretty sure he's a black belt. I guarantee he fucks Trump up. Guarantee it. That's just being realistic. If they both squared up, Putin's not even breaking a fucking sweat. And Trump is getting fucked up. Like, not a little bit, not a black eye, like broken ribs, fucked up. I mean, I don't know if you're talking about Trump or you're talking about Biden, but either way, you're probably right. Yeah, I'm not... Again, you're talking to the wrong person when it comes to politics. I hate all of them. Personally, I think that the 6 families that are the richest in the world are probably controlling all of the countries together and just making wars to make money. And that's pretty much where it draws the line. They don't care about anybody else, and all of the presidents, all of the top people are just puppets that they control because they pour the money into the countries that keeps them alive. So realistically, the more inept your country looks, the better for them, I think. That's just me. I guess I'm a conspiracy theorist when it comes to a lot of shit, but I really don't. I hate politicians. I hate all those country leaders. I think they don't care about their people. I think they're all just faces to take the blame for the real people in control. And nobody's ever going to take any responsibility for it, because nobody can. They're too deep in it. It is what it is. All you can do is live your best life and try to make it. That's it. That's how I feel about everything. It's just like, alright, I don't care what you do. I'm gonna do me. You see a room, bright, warm, and covered in greenery. There isn't a spot in the entire space that doesn't have some kind of plant growing in it. Small germinating seeds in a corner here. Large, sprawling vines climbing the walls there. Although most of the plants are actually in some kind of container, there are a few that have grown from the dirt floor itself, and these are just as lovingly cared for as anything else in the room. This man wanders through the plants, smiling at each and every one, an old pipe clenched between his teeth. Weird? Stopping next to one, he touches a leaf. Lifting it up to look at the underside, he then gently rubs it between his fingers. He takes a small handful of the soil it grows in and crushes it with his fingers. Satisfied, he drops the soil back into the pot and continues to the next plant. He hums a low, cheery tune as he moves from the plants, occasionally stopping to sing a few words of something to one of them. Finally, he reaches the door, having visited every plant in the room. He turns his back to look at them. A look of serene pleasure on his face, then turns back and is gone. And, by the way, fuck riding a bike, dude. Joe can't remember half the words. He can't remember a whole paragraph in a row, dude. He doesn't know where he is. Like, I literally can't believe people actually voted for him. Again, probably voter fraud. Whatever. It happens just about every year at this point, so... What is democracy? Blah, 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 blah. Reach out for the soul. You see a group of people standing around. Oh, that's also why I don't vote, because I totally believe in voter fraudulence every fucking year, and I don't believe my vote matters at all, so I don't fucking vote. Fuck all that shit. It's all stupid anyway, and I would rather not have voting anyway, because I don't think anybody should be leading any country. I think everybody should be left alone to fucking do their own thing. I don't understand why people are nationalists. Okay, you were born in a fucking country. Big fucking whoop-de-doo. Big whoop-de-doo. Could have been born fucking anywhere, okay? You got born here, you were lucky. Who cares? Who the fuck cares? How about you care about lives? The fuck? Anyway, I've been drinking a little too much. Damn. I do got a point. Thank you. Thank you very much. I think it's all stupid. I really do. Like, do your own thing and make your life the best you can make it, and try to be a positive influence to the people around you, and help raise them up so they can do more for their community and their people, and that's all that matters in life. Just keep raising people the fuck up. Why do people gotta tear each other down over the dumbest shit? You see a group of people standing around a wagon, transfixed on a sword as it swings in a large, graceful arc. This man holds the sword, passing it from hand to hand with a relaxed ease. making the blade dance in front of his audience. He tosses it into the air, spins, then puts his arm behind his back to catch it. Ooh! The crowd claps excitedly, and a couple of them gasp, certain they were about to see a tragedy. Step back. I want to go inside. No, here. Can I sell you stuff and get rid of the shit in my fucking inventory, bro? Please? How'd you come up with Spider Cat? Did your cat climb up some crazy ass shit while you were trying to come up with a name and you were like, oh yeah, fucking Spider Cat? Just kind of came to you. Yeah, that's kind of how mine did. This Alma man is of impressive build, towering above the countertop. His skin is the dusky blue of the deeper oceans, and his thick arms boast corded muscle. Small ears frame a square jaw face coated in smeared soot and arcing black tattoos alike. He offers you a broad smile as you approach. Welcome. You're the first new face I've seen in quite some time. What can I do for you? Oh, what do you have here? You come to us at a strange time, I'm afraid. The stock's not what it used to be. But we find weapons and armor to offer yet. All forged right here at the Black Hammer. Oh, what happened? We just don't have the supplies. Been expecting the next delivery for near a week now, and haven't seen any sign of it. I have to expect they were hit by bandits. The road out east is crawling with them. Workers ran off with the wagon themselves, maybe to make some coin. As if they would dare. Oh man, how long has it been since I quit?
5 years, 6 years.
Say it's been like 6 or 7 years now. No, it's been like 5 years, 5 or 6 years. I've been quit for like 5 or 6 years now. I don't know what kind of what's the most popular brand of cigarette where you're at. He's right about the bandits. The dire situations in villages like this and the exodus to the cities has created far too many opportunities for unscrupulous sorts. Alright, well, what do you like? Like, out here, at least in Rhode Island, and probably most of America, realistically, Marlboro and Newports are, what do you mean, you ain't 18, you older? Or younger?
No, he's 15, he did this last time.
Oh yeah, you 15, that's right. What? Well, shit. Then what do you mean your brain went to get a pack of cigarettes? You can't be doing that. Who the fuck am I to talk, man? I smoked at 15, too. That's actually when I started, was 15. No, I started at 14. Fuck.
He said he doesn't.
I started at... Exaggeration. If you had maybe headed out that way, maybe you could keep an eye out for a supply wagon. Oh, my shipment, at least. They'd be cutting through the Black Meadow, I expect. On a good road for it. As it is, most of our weapons go to His Grace, Lord Raedric. Tuatanana glances at the nearby guard. And that's as it should be. But it doesn't leave much for outsiders. We just don't have the iron. I'll see them back safe and sound. I'd appreciate your trying anyhow. You bring back the supplies at least, and I'll have much more to offer you. A discount to start, and if you do find my workers, you give them a good smack upside the head for me.
Good day, stranger.
I'd like to see your wares, please. So I can sell my shit, bro. I don't want any more. Oh, 2,288. Yeah, I ain't got that. It'd be nice though. Okay, what's the actions drop down? Because I would like to enchant weapon, shield, or suit of armor. That'd be nice. The fuck? Oh, it's the actions drop down. What the fuck is that? Oh man. For some reason, I thought you brought that in full of ice. I mean, yeah, I know. Okay, so I've been I need to go to the Black Hound Inn. I do believe that's the last place I need to go here. And it should also be the most lively place. I don't even know what a magnum is. Man, I was born in the 151 era. I have no idea what these Pokemon are. Is Pokemon even big out where you are? I mean, I know this shit's worldwide, but like, how worldwide, you know? The floorboards are sticky with spills that no one has bothered to clean. Gross! Some kind of brown slop is congealing in these dishes. It smells burnt. Gross. Oh, this is a horrible fucking place.
How do you do?
Hello, and welcome to the innkeeper looks up. Oh, it's you! Tenfrith told us what you did for him. It's such a relief to have him back. I can't thank you enough. Consider yourself a favorite of the house. Discounts on drinks, rooms. Tenfrith said he wanted to whip you up something nice. He's already back to work in the kitchen. She laughs. So what would you like? Oh, that was a Magnemite. Okay, I know what a fucking Magnemite is. Jesus. I'd like to know more to come. Really? Well, let me see. The actual building's been here for years, but the Black Hound's fairly new. We got a lot of new faces in here too. Fewer than we used to, I'll admit. Tenfrith's the big draw. I'm sure we'll get the big crowds back again in no time. I used to work the tables, actually, until the old owner up and left. Nobody's sure what happened to him. He even left his poor hound behind. What a dick. That's the name, see? The Black Hound. It's still sitting upstairs pining after him, poor old girl. Place ended up in my hands somehow, she laughs. My very own inn. A lot of hard work involved, but it's been worth it so far. please, sit where you like. Would you like a drink or a room? We have 2 available at the moment. I'm afraid we can't offer much by way of a good meal today, unless you're fond of cold porridge. Well, now that you mention it, I could use some reliable help. Do you know anyone looking for work? Oh, well, I wouldn't say I can speak from experience, but we do have certain sorts coming by looking for work from time to time. If you want to hire someone on, I'd be happy to send them your way. Let me see what I have to work with. I got enough to hire somebody, and I can make my own character. Alright, well, how about you help me make a fucking character then? How about that? This would be your fucking character in the game. Male, female, let's go. What's your pick, Spider? Yo, yo, you still with me, bro? Did you pass out? It's gravy if you did. I don't mind. You should probably get some sleep. Well, I think on that note, I might just call it a stream. But my man, I always appreciate you showing up. It's always good to talk to you. Tune in again, and have a good night. Get yourself some fucking sleep, guy. Peace.